But let me give you a testimony. A testimony about the power of Jesus. A testimony about the name of Jesus. Because wisdom produces mighty works. As much as you may want to detach this from the teaching, please isolate it also for your profit. As much as you want to sit down and say, testimony here go in line with wisdom. Kilo wa in line with. So that you say, Babu Sholale nkan kekere lo fi Bible message yi je. Bo o de tin so dada bo lati re. Testimony to so you te sare. The power in the name of Jesus. In 1989, I went to minister in a place called Midwestern Road, Ogbumdea Street, Edo State, 1989. Emobe, Ogbumdea Street, Midwest Road, Ogbumdea Street, Edo. Immediately after that, Uniben. It's not far to Uniben. When we finished, we moved to a place called Awara. Awara is in Imo State, and it's 25 to 40 minutes drive to Port Harcourt. You will leave Okigwe, you'll be going to Port Harcourt if you are from that area. After we finished there, we moved to Arochukwu. You know Arochukwu? In fact, I sat on Mary Slesor's seat like this when they showed me Mary Slesor. So we wanted to come back. But this is the nature of the journey. In fact, they will be hearing me. Moto Premier Premier Nursery and Primary School in Mushin Junction. And the owner must not know. So Atimotonia Fisi Atidadi. You can imagine you used a car to travel to east. So if we will return that car, we have to return that car likewise. Oru la fi gbe jade. Oru tabi daji la gbodo fi gbe wole. So we decided to leave Awara in the middle of the night, so that we would travel throughout the night and get to Lagos early in the morning. Unfortunately, because of the stress, we got to Edo State. And you tell Edo, I respect you. Sorry. I respect you. The Lord will be with you. We got there around 3 a.m. Anambra, Delta, there was no problem. When we got there, because we went with 2 vans, the first one was going, I was in the second one. I didn't know that there had been a big tree, one gay trunk of a big tree, and they laid it across express. That one, the first car, our car stopped. The one that I was inside, we paused. So I was saying, Brother Mordecai, why did you stop? Why did you stop? Because I was just coming out. I just add the name of the person, the real name, the genuine name of the person is Femi Martins. I respect him. Femi Martins was driving one. Rotimi Adetile was driving the first one. I just got back. I said, yeah, Mokwo, yeah, Mokwo. Moji, Moni, Eme Oku. I was hearing, go. Now everybody, people were screaming. And she only they beat. Then they said everybody should file out. So those cars, they all filed out. On the main street, everybody should file out. They were filing out. Then they came to our home. Our driver had run under the bus. They said, bring him out, bring him out. They beat. We were coming from crusade. Now, hear me. My friend, his name is Damola, sat by my side. He said, you can't worry. Ma worry. Ego. Only ma worry. Only ni lu awon yan, only you can't worry. Ma worry. What they are looking for is money. He said, do you have money? I'm only money on a radio. He said, where is it? No, I was shaking. That would be the first time I'll be seeing thieves. So I brought out the whole money. I said, let's give them this whole money. He said, no. Because he turned here, go to the money again. And he looked at the roof of our vehicle. He tore it. He collected the money and he tucked it inside. He gave me 10 naira. As a 10 naira was as useless as at now and as at that time. Don't let us do it like this. But please, let us give them what I have. It's not a big deal. He said no. They said all of us should march out. So they lied us on the floor. But the ladies were not smart. They put their head directly on the tarmac and they were marching this place. That was where they were marching. So their heads were bleeding. Their heads were tearing on getting to tarmac. But when I got there and I used my hand like this, I put my head on that hand. So they came to me. They were marching everybody. But the thieves were not satisfied because they believed we had money, but we were not ready. Even though we were saying we are coming from crusade, but they were not ready to go. So somebody said, what we are going to do, we are going to use machete. Only they will use machete like koboko. Only a shawan lati enye ke shawan lo lebe yen. Ole wo. I thought I was seeing heaven. Because that machete was like this. They threw it because there was full moon. They made us to see it. So they came to me. So I gave them 10 naira. Unfortunately for me, there was full moon. So the thief stretched the money for the moon to see it. He said, 10 naira. The last I saw were 3 stars. Stars exist, but you won't see one. Hear my testimony. So they were set to actually use those knives. So they positioned each one. There were many. They positioned each one to start macheting us. Meanwhile, the real Oga was not with them. It was right inside the bush. So there was a brother called Okwe Olu. It's now Oluwatola, but it used to be Osanitola, but it's now Oluwatola. He's in US. He stood up. Out of desperation, out of compassion for those women, and he was the eldest now. He said, in the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus. He screamed the name of Jesus. They stood like this. They couldn't use that machete. Then the boss came out. He said, all of you are stupid. You are hearing the name of Jesus and you are not allowing them to go. He said, please remove that trunk. Remove it. He said, Jesus people, we are sorry. Go back into your bosses and begin to go. Life and direct. The power of the name of Jesus. So